Hello.
Hi.
How's it going, man?
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, what's up, Sam? How's it going?
What up, Sam?
Pretty good.
Alright, I'm done.
Are you sure?
Hey.
Hi, Sam.
Hi.
Especially with Eric, my favorite memory is that we were at camp and I think it was on Thursday. I was like beyond sick. I threw up a lot of times. And then since it was like the last day, we just walked around the I don't know, it's kind of just like a field and we just walked and talked in it and it was like probably like one of the most real talks I've had.
I think my favorite memories probably come from Elevate. I remember going down to the beaches, taking the scenic route before going straight there, and Zach got scared by the waves. And then also I remember just always doing the dodgeball tournament. We got crushed, but it was fun.
Every time. I should probably join that this year, but we'll see.
Oh, that's hard. I have a lot of favorite memories. I think like one of the ones on the top is probably Elevate last year because I just felt so special that I was able to have my first year at Elevate with such amazing leaders, and the fact that I could go through that with them.
It actually happened today recently. We were at church and we just kept on talking about what to fix about. It was with Eric. What to fix about church and why it's so hard to focus. And and I like told him why. So yeah, that's probably like a good one. But there's also like a lot of memories I have with them. There's no one set memory because they're good people. They're good people that are funny and you can make great memories with.
My favorite memory is with them, with Eric, is when we last Elevate, when me, Jake, and Eric and Reed, we all went down to the baseball field and we played frisbee and football for hours. It was a lot of fun, and then we eventually just kind of collapsed and just laid on the ground for like 10 minutes. I really, I guess this is something with both of them. I really just, for the like multiple years I've been helping lead worship with the youth group, it's always a lot of fun to lead worship with them.
I think it was probably Elevate when honestly just like them being there was a pretty good experience. I don't have like anything in particular, but like to Elevate, I guess.
Um, I'd have to say probably like whenever I went out to like go get breakfast or something with Jen, and just being able to like to talk to her and like her being so, opening and like open, and yeah.
So I remember the first time I had met them, which was my family, which was actually just my parents and I, who we went to Puestos, and we had sat outside, and we were there at like 6. And then the sun went down, and my parents and Eric and Jen would not stop talking. It was a long time, and I eventually just sat in the car for like half an hour before we all ended up leaving.
The first thing that comes to mind is after I'd already left the youth group, and I was down in San Diego visiting from college one Sunday, and I'm telling everyone hi, and I see like Jen like maybe 20-ish feet away, and she looks over, she sees me, screams my name, and then runs at me. She gave me like the biggest hug.
I think I was there, unless this was a different time, because it might have been like this might have happened multiple times, knowing Jen.
It might have happened more than once, but I think you were there at least one time that it happened.
I think it was after we got back from winter retreat or something. I was like, "Wait, Sky's here,"
Yes.
and then I like dragged you up to the youth group and was like, "Jen, look." She freaked out.
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one that comes to mind, I don't remember like specifics or anything, but I was talking to Eric about something at, I think it was camp. Like just after my senior year of high school. And I'd asked him a question. He was just really gentle and understanding in answering that question and helping me work through what I was trying to figure out. And like anytime I think of Eric, I just think like safe and just understanding.
I think one of my favorite memories would be this past summer at NYC at Busch Gardens, whenever I met up with them. I think that was one of the best times that I have had in a little bit. So I think that's my favorite memory.
That it's kind of hard to like maybe like move on from Eric and Jen because they've made such an impact. But I'm glad that he's like staying, so I can like we can still see him obviously, and he's going to Elevate, but like it won't be like the same like I guess like vibe that will come off of youth group. Definitely.
Not specifically. I mean, there's a lot happening in my life personally, but I think the youth group's strong. I think we're gonna hit a bump, but I don't think it's gonna be too difficult, and it's gonna be nice still being able to communicate with Eric and Jen. Like you were saying, they're still at church, and I think it's gonna go pretty smoothly with the help we have from the sponsors over the summer.
No, Eric probably hired someone or like knows someone that's knows what they're doing. Everyone will still be the same people. And yeah, like I said, no, Eric knows what he's doing. And I have no big worries for the youth group.
You're not concerned about the future for the youth group, which is awesome.
No, not really.
Not really. I know it's gonna be like a lot different, but I mean, I'm open to it because I was kind of expecting like this to happen. I just didn't know when. I was like thinking about it 6 months ago on what could happen if Eric and Jen left youth group, but I never really went in deep thought about it. But I think it could be like really exciting to see some new faces or like to see a different turn in leadership. But honestly, I'm just gonna keep going to like Wednesdays and like every single event because it's what I'm here for.
Probably the fact that I don't really know who's gonna lead it, and I don't know if I'm gonna connect with them. I don't like I felt very very connected and included when Jen and Eric were there, but I don't know what's gonna be with the next youth group leader. So
Kind of. Just like the fear of not knowing what's gonna happen next, and not like knowing who the next like true youth group leader is gonna be. So just like the fear of what's next, and like if the community that we already have, if that's gonna change. Yeah.
I've thought about this, especially in normal church, if a pastor leaves, and it kind of goes the same for youth group. Especially since Eric and Jen are still going to be attending Mission. I feel like for the first couple of months, maybe less. I feel like if any of us are going to have any issues that we would bring up to the youth pastor, we might bring them up to Eric and Jen instead.
Not really. Like, I know it's hard and confusing when there's a shift in leadership, but I think it sounds like it's being like handled in a pretty good way, and I think it'll work out okay. Especially if this is God's plan and God's timing, it will, like, I do think it'll work out.
Do you have any worries about what's next for youth group? I understand it's kind of like it's a different perspective. It's not like up close for you, but do you have any concerns for this youth group?
No, I really don't have any concerns for that youth group at all. I know that they can always get back up and keep on running.
Just keep in relation with God, and in some of your like struggles, and you like keep going. And like if life was just like steady and like a flat surface, just like all around, it'd be like the easiest thing ever. But you know, you gotta keep going. Like even like in your lowest moment, keep going. In your highest moment, keep going. And while you're doing that journey, just keep God by your side.
Just to keep following what God tells them. And to keep in touch.
Definitely that last one. Absolutely.
I don't know, just remember everything you've done for people when you're feeling sad. If, for like the entire youth group, you've done a lot for us, so if you're feeling down, remember you brought us back up, so it's a great feeling.
Honestly, I think they're doing pretty good from what they're doing now. They have their own goals, which is like a big foot on where you want to go, and they're taking God's direction, so it's another good step to have while you're moving forward. The only advice I'd have to say is to like pretty simple, just to like not look back, or like once you make something that's final, like I feel like you shouldn't have like any remorse or any regret on what you're doing. I mean, it's okay to be like sad that you're leaving or stuff, but it shouldn't like it shouldn't like stop you from what you're trying to accomplish.
Do you have any advice you want to give them?
Just listen to whatever God wants you to do and walk through any of the doors he opens, just like you're doing now. And just keep doing what you're doing and let God lead.
Honestly, I think Jen and Eric are awesome. So really, just like stay awesome. Like I love their personality. Like yeah. So like don't ever change your personality. Like stay happy.
Just keep going. Just like, be themselves.
Not anything super specific. Just keep following your call. Keep leading people in God's image and in His Word. That's my main thing. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Talk with people at Mission. They're still part of your family. Same with all the youth group. I don't have the same connection with the youth group and the church itself that I used to, but I know that still exists for really everyone else. So, I don't go there anymore, but I still have my ties. And the thing about Mission is you can get so far from it and still be so close, which is exactly the case with me. And so I think that can easily just carry over to you guys, which, you've taken so much time to make those relationships and make those bonds. Those connections won't go away. Because like I said again, the special thing about Mission is it kind of stays with you, and I think it will, at least for me, for a very long time.
I don't know if it's necessarily advice, but more of just keep being you. Like, Jen and Eric are both such lovely and loving and just welcoming people. And they both have this just ability of making like anybody feel safe and welcome. And if like they just keep doing that.
They definitely do a very good job of that.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be difficult to try and fill that role. And for Eric, you weren't there at the Wednesday night when he first mentioned it, but he's
I wish I was there.
Yeah, I understand.
When I got that text from him, I stopped everything for a solid 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
I'll definitely miss him though.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a very important time period for the youth group, and I think it was a pretty big moment, and we had a lot of fun, and I think it's important that Eric does know that it was he helped a lot of us in our journeys.
Definitely mine.
Like, yeah, whether he realizes it or not, it was very important for, I'm sure, most of us.
Got anything else you want to add? If not, that's okay.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Let's just say they were my favorite youth group leaders.
They've been your only youth group leader yet.
You were always welcome to visit Ben and I in Chicago when we're there.
Honestly, I'm just really happy for them that they could take this journey and that they could experience something new that God is pushing them to. And honestly, I'm kind of excited, but also kind of sad about the new youth group. But I mean, I feel like that's what everyone's thinking. So
I would say thank you to all of them, to both of them, for bringing. Since when I joined youth group, I was basically at the edge of leaving God. So youth group helped me through that. And Eric and Jen taught me what it is to love God.
Just thank you for being so kind, welcoming, and loving. Not only me, but on my sisters as well. Just being a light that was needed.
I think just a general, hey guys, miss y'all. Keep doing what you're doing.
It's going to be an important test for all of us in the youth group to work through change and meeting new people.
Yeah.
So, God has gonna not to be harsh, but He's taken them away from us to put something else in their place. And I know it's gonna be rough for a lot of people, including me, but it's gonna be something good. We're gonna have something good come out of it.
Yeah.
I know that for sure. And good might not look like what we want it to look like. But our youth group will find a way to grow. He's moving on, not only because he feels called, but because God needs him somewhere else.
Yeah.
Tyler, Angie, Sky, they left to go elsewhere.
Right.
Because God needed them elsewhere. And now Eric and Jen will be leaving, move on in their faith journey, whatever that looks like. Have more an impact, I would assume, or maybe not. I don't know. I have no idea what it'll look like, but I know it will be. It'll be a really amazing thing to see if we're lucky enough to see it. I know we're talking mainly about Eric. Eric has been the main leader, but Jen has played a huge role. She's been the other side of the same coin.
Yeah.
But for both of them, they're not leaving for nothing. Go, therefore, and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And behold, I am with you always to the end of the age.